Um, we're going to talk about what software and hardware we use during our coursework. The first one we're going to talk about is Photoshop. We pretty much used everything on Photoshop. Like we used it to make the magazine, the 2 film posters,
the intertitles, and
the
sequence.
And you use it for everything, like editing, for lining, everything. What helped a lot during making the magazine and the posters as well was using like guides, especially on the magazine, because you put the cell lines and you want them to all be aligned so you go straight like together. And once you put a guide in, you can get them all lined up right, and you can do that with the poster too for your other things. Obviously, you get once you've got your fonts and stuff in, you can change them, play around with like the shadows and top shadows to make them how you want them to be. Edit images, you can change your brightness, you can change colours, you can change contrast. It's basically you can change it to make it how you want the image to look. So obviously when I was talking a bit scary, a bit eerie, a bit dark, so we changed it so we had more shadows on the face, but so you could still see the face and stuff like that. It just helped us manipulate the image a bit more.
And as well on Photoshop, we use like the brushes were really useful, especially doing the title and the intertitles, because we used to make it look like blood on them. So like the brushes on Photoshop were really useful. As well as like all the different the colour picker where you could select a colour exactly the same through all of them. So like it wasn't a different shade of red every time, it was always exactly the same. And another thing we used for like the whole trailer was Final Cut, and we've used that. We used it all the way through. We used it in the research in making little videos. We used it making the trailer.
We've used it for evaluation questions.
Yeah, we've used it for evaluation questions. Yeah. We found it's really, really useful, and there's lots of it's been quite hard to use. There's been good, loads of useful parts on it. Not only we've learned how to cut the sequences, to put them all into order, how to save them all copies so they all stay together. We've learned how to fade sound in, fade sound out, to fade the opacity of the clip. To all put it into the trailer to get it all looks really good. We had to use Final Cut when we made our logos. At the beginning of the course, we had to make our logos, and we learned how to animate text, animate images on Final Cut.
It's went from quite basic things to it's clearly shown using it to help us develop what we can do on it.
Yeah, and we've also learned how to edit the actual images on there as well. So make the clips brighter or darker, or add different effects to them, which has been really useful for the whole trailer and made it look quite good.
We use Blogger. Obviously, we have to put all our coursework and everything we post is on Blogger, but it's helped us in being able to link to each other's posts, so we know what we need, what we've done, what we need to do, what other people have looked at, and especially even so much as looking at other people's blogs, so we can think, oh well, that's what they've done, so that can help us. It's just really helped us keep track of what we do and keep everything organised and know what each other's doing, so we're not kind of clashing with what we're doing if we're doing separate things.
Because it's all online as well, you can you can use it at home as well instead of just being able to do it at college. And as well with because it's linked to the teacher's blog as well, we can it's constantly find out what we're meant to be doing on each post, and it's been really useful.
We use Difont as well, obviously for getting fonts, because we need to find, because the fonts we already have on them, the Macs are really limited, and you need fonts that really fit with your genre and professional looking for magazine mastheads and stuff like that. So we went on Difont, researched fonts, so we maybe got about 10 in total, and then we all voted on which font we thought was the best and what fitted the genre best and what was most effective.
And we could try out all the different fonts as well on our title or on the magazine with the poster, and we could try them out and see which one looked best. And they're really easy to download and things as well. So
and they were free, so obviously it helps us. And you don't have to pay for them. They're not copyrighted or anything like that. So
And there was loads of really good ones on there with like you could get loads of like stuff with bloody effects on them, so they look like quite like suitable for our title and stuff. And it's much better than what we could get. That was like already on Photoshop. So it's useful. We also used in our research we used Pearl and Dean website to research like existing films and like to find out about like target audiences and like when they were released, how much they made and stuff.
it helps you understand a lot of what looking at like a cinema film and obviously what age range you're going for and what type of film it is. You know exactly what kind of things to put in when you say like the demographics kind of thing. You know, oh well, that's a like kind of model like for something to make aim my product in. Because it make it like, because if that's your audience and they hit it right, then you're gonna hit it right too.
And you know, like doing that, you know which films like base your research, like base your film kind of on.
And it's always got like the most up to date films on, so you know that it's gonna be like new research, like fresh.
Yeah. Another thing we used during the research and through the evaluations and everything else was Prezi, which is it's been really useful. It's like because you can make like it's like PowerPoints but more like interesting to look at and everything.
We used that. I think the first time we used that for this coursework was when we did our research, and we had to research already existing film in our genre and magazine in our genre for like our analysis. And then we all use that because obviously everybody can see it, you can embed it where you want to embed it, so it's easy to put on the blog, but everybody can work separately on their own projects and still look at each other's and see each other's. And it's easy to use, it's more interesting to look at than a PowerPoint. It's just
you can insert like YouTube videos and images on it and like different effects and just move it around so like it moves from each part as you want it to move, like from bit by bit. So yeah, it was really useful, and we still really use it in the evaluations as well.
Photo booths, another thing we've used. We're using it now, obviously. It's really helped us because it's really easy to use. It's an easy format to use, like video format. It's easy to just work as you do when you work. You don't have to go elsewhere. You can just like pop it up, record, put everything in, and you can start as many times if you want if you laugh or do something stupid, and you don't have to like cut all the time. It's helped us a lot when we've had to do like evaluations of
like as a group it's easier to do a video than to all write something because we'd all just end up writing the same thing and it'd be boring and everything.
And obviously, obviously when we've like done discussions and things, it's easier to get your ideas across talking them than it is to write them, and it goes hand in hand with whatever else you do.
And it's also been useful for like audience research and stuff and like getting feedback from people because it's easy for whoever's in your class to just like to get your stuff up on the screen, have them come over and then just have them talk to a computer and it gets everything there. It's really easy to just put into Final Cut and edit it all together.
We used YouTube as well. Obviously it's something to use all the time anyway, it's like a big part of technology. But it's really helped us because it's allowed us to look at other people's film trailers, like professional film trailers, so we know what we're doing. It's always there, so you can go back and back and back and back. You're never going to lose it. Yeah, it's allowed us so we know what to do in our film trailer. Look at other people's film trailers. It's easy to embed onto the blog. It's easy to share. You can look at other people's media film trailers, so from previous coursework, and it really helps you like get an idea of what you need to do. Kind of thing.
As well as being useful because like we've used Facebook as well as like another way to get feedback and everything. It's easy to put YouTube videos onto Facebook, and we've also put our posters and magazines onto Facebook. And then being able to get feedback straight away off like because everybody on like people we have on Facebook are like our target audience, so it's been like the perfect place to get loads of feedback all at once. And that way like Facebook and YouTube kind of worked really well because they're easy to use and everybody uses them.
As far as like hardware and stuff goes, we've used the studio, the photo studio like next door. It's obviously it's the best part for it was doing the photos for our posters and our magazines because you want to get it to look as professional as you can really. There's
It's got everything in there that we need. I mean, we've learned how to use like the big lights, like the proper professional lights, how to set all them up with the camera so that they flash at the same time and everything. Using the light remote thing to the models' faces to check the light and stuff. So it's been useful to get like the best pictures we can.
we've all obviously used like the video camera because we've had to video different parts of our trailer. You know how to use it, where to use it. It's getting the settings right, so you've used different settings. So it's part of our filming. We use like the night vision, and obviously have to know how to zoom in, just how to know that you're taking recording, and just basic things. But
we've learned a lot using the video cameras, because when we first started using them, when we first started filming footage for our trailer, we didn't know as much about it, but by the end of filming, we've learnt loads more about it, and we've got that much footage from the whole however long we've been filming. We've got that much footage that you can see how it's improved, how we've learnt more about it through the whole filming process.
And we've obviously learned by using the tripod with the camera how we use it. I mean, how to achieve different shots, like your panning shots and different tilts and kind of things, and to make it look more professional and hold your camera steady more.
Yeah, it's really useful to learn how to use a tripod because you can get some quite unsteady shots. We had an unsteady shot in our trailer, which was it was filmed at the beginning, so we didn't know how to use the tripod as well. Then through the rest of the process, the rest of the shots are steady. It's an example of how we've learned how to use the whole thing. As well as that, we use the big photo camera to take our photos for the.
Obviously, the quality that the camera is, they take really good clear photos, so they're easier to edit, they're clearer to see. You can see everything perfect on
They
them.
don't look pixelated when you print them out and stuff, and you can tell they're so much better than using any digital camera. And they look much more professional.
And the more we've used them, the easier we've found them to use.
Yeah. And that's about everything we used.
Oh, but on the camera, when you put the guidelines in, it's easy to see, obviously, the rule of thirds and where your model should be. That's another thing that really helped on that.
Yeah.
And that's it, I think.
Yeah.